But I just want to kind of introduce myself. My name is Kimberli Gant. I'm the Director of Exhibitions here at MoCADA. Excited to have everybody here. The exhibition that you're seeing is Ain't I a Woman? And these are 3 of our 10 artists that are in the show. So our 2 artist talks. The next one is actually going to be in September. So we had to split it up because we didn't necessarily want 10 artists. It'd be a very long, challenging artist talk with 10 people and just me. So I'll just introduce who we have. We have Damali Abrams, who has done the video piece in the back. We have Alugas, who has done this beautiful painting here that you're looking at. And we have Phoenix Savage, who has the sculpture piece in the second room. So I'm kind of just going to start by just giving you guys a little bit of understanding of where I was thinking about with the exhibition, and then I kind of want to have the artists actually talk about what their first impressions were when I kind of told them about the show, because I knew when I was going in there, all their faces kind of went, what? This is what you want to do a show about? You want me to be in it? Okay. So, and they agreed to be in the show, which was great. But the exhibition, Ain't I a Woman, the title is actually taken from the 1851 speech by Sir Gertrude, where she actually spoke at the conference in Ohio, Akron, Ohio, talking about Black women's rights, and it was the conference itself was looking at white women's rights as after, and they were trying to get civil rights along with Black males getting civil rights. And so she basically was saying, well, what about us? What about us and the Black women? We have literally nothing. And so from that title, I was kind of also inspired with the idea of looking at Black women from the impression not of the body. Because if you look at a lot of the history, like one of the things that I told all the artists was you can't look at Josephine Baker and you can't look at Saartjie Baartman, who was known as the Hottentot Venus. And the reasons why I said that were because that's where the conversation starts. It starts from the physical. And that to me was very problematic because especially like in Damali's video, in your piece, when you're kind of looking at different videos and then the way that women are kind of perceived, especially visually now, it's usually like broken down into, what size lips do you have? What does your hair look like? What's your butt look like? And I said, well, that's again going with the physical. So what if you actually looked at the person who inhabits that body? Actually look at them from an intellectual, emotional, or spiritual perspective. So giving all of that to the artist, I said, can you come up with a piece of art that represents that? And come on in. Come on in. No problem, come on in. And would you be willing to participate in this exhibition? And I know, especially with Eric's piece, because he's a figurative artist. And so I remember, you're kind of going, I gotta think about that. I gotta play with that idea. So, so kind of leading in with that, I would just kind of like to thank you again for also being in the show. I never got a chance to really say thank you. But just kind of wanted to get when I kind of came to you and were giving you the ideas of the show, what were your kind of initial impressions and thoughts and processes and kinds of thinking about the work you wanted to do and participating in the show? I'm starting with that really big question. I'm just going to go right there. It's Saturday at 2:30. Let's go big.
I guess I had just purely opportunistic thoughts. I'm sorry. It was like, okay, I lived in Atlanta. It's a New York show. And so I wasn't really capturing the totality of the concept when you were explaining it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was an iron pour going on. What was going on that day?
Yeah, I met her at her studio, right at the studio, and it was probably the University of
Georgia State.
Georgia State University, yeah, Georgia State, and it's like this huge, large rooms of just people in like full body armor with like hot metal, just walking around with like hot metal, and it was kind of like, yeah, so let's talk about my show. With this hot metal kind of
draw around. So there's a lot going on, and then I guess I tend to struggle with other people's thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really my challenge, to like figure out what you were saying, but then figure out what I would say in reference to that, and also figure out so it was like you had your thoughts. You had Ain't I a Woman, so you have these 18th century thoughts. Then you had the thoughts of the poet that you were working with. So it wasn't like just one person's thoughts. It was like 3 people's thoughts, and it was
Yeah.
really hard for me because I had 3 people's thoughts. I don't work with other people's thoughts, so it was a very taffy like process for me to get to the making of the work and to get through combining the thoughts. So I guess and that was also just an opportunity to say, I'm an artist, I gotta go for this.